Welcome in, guys. So we are out on the strip. It is a very cloudy day today. What's going on, Blackie? What's going on, Tattoo? How you guys doing today? Thank you for joining. We were just over on TikTok a little while ago, did a little walkthrough, trying to figure out where you guys want to go today. You guys got any suggestions on where to go today? Right now we are right by the Rainforest Cafe in that little walkthrough by Planet Hollywood. Remember, Kami, welcome in. It got a lot more cloudy. I had a few things I had to take care of in between live streams, so that's why it took it a little bit longer to get back on. But looks like there's some storm clouds brewing to the south here, down towards the sign. If you guys want to walk down that way, we could walk down that way. Walk towards the rain. Let's walk towards the rain. No work today. My days off are Tuesday and Wednesday, so I do these daytime live streams on Tuesday and Wednesday in the morning, early afternoons, and then tonight me and Jay are probably not going to be coming out. We're going to be decorating for Christmas. Going to decorate the inside of the house, organize a little bit. You know how it is, pulling the Christmas decorations out. You find all kinds of crap in the storage center and the garage that you no longer need. So we can walk down that way towards the clouds. We can go take a walk around the F1 circuit. I don't know, what do you guys feel like doing? Yes, I agree. Let's build this community, right? I mean, we got a pretty good community starting already here. We guys, the chatters, that's what we call the community. You guys in the chat. Me and Jay do the walking, you guys do the talking. I have seen some of the Hello Kitty merch. That is pretty cool. I got a Hello Kitty F1 cookie the other night at the Hello Kitty Cafe. It was really good. It was like a chocolate cookie with like a really cool little design on it for F1. So you can see the storm clouds down there towards the south end of the strip. Paul, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Appreciate all you guys that support us. I think we're up to like 660 subscribers, which is really good. Since we just started putting some effort into this channel recently. Yeah, so over here, the Shops at Crystals does have some Christmas displays up in there. It is actually really hard to live stream in there because there's really no signal in there. If I walk in there, I get about 15-20 feet in there, and it cuts out. So I'm gonna have to go in there and do a walkthrough and record it and post it.
We'll be the first company in history.
May is beautiful weather. May is like one of the best months out here. As far as, you know what, let's do the circuit. We haven't done the circuit in a while. Let's walk some of the circuit today. That's when it starts to really warm up out here. Getting into the 90s, a couple triple-digit days. Beautiful nights. It's great pool weather. A lot better weather than it is today. 58, I think it is. Cloudy. It was raining when I woke up this morning. So we'll see how it goes the rest of the day. So let's walk east on Harmon Street, or Harmon Ave, and walk the circuit. That's one thing that's hard to get used to. Everything in Philadelphia, where I'm from, is like street. It's like, you know, Market Street, Main Street. It's a street or an ave. Out here, there's a lot more roads, and Flamingo Road, you know. So just by default, I say street a lot. But this is all the F1. This is the actual circuit that they'll be driving down the road there. You can see there's like an emergency climb through for first responders if there's an accident or something on the track. Got the light stands. Double layer of kind of protection here. You got this black fencing, which keeps people away from the inside track protection. That's like reinforced chain link there. You can see bolted together in case there's an accident. It's supposed to keep the parts of the car on that side of the fence. So and that's the Miracle Mile shops across the way there. They got grandstands outside the Hilton Grand Vacations over there too. So traffic is a mess this week. A lot of roads are shut down. A lot of roads are. The Strip is going into hot track mode several times this week, where they're going to be doing track inspections, things like that. So you won't be able to drive up or down the Strip, cross the Strip. They do have these bridges back here on Harmon here. You got a bridge up here that you can get from MGM Grand to Planet Hollywood and Paris. We'll walk under that in a minute. So we have all this for about a 3-hour race. 3 months of setup and tear down. But apparently it brings some good money to the city, and that's why they continue to do it. So when they make this a hot track, these concrete barriers here will be mud. What's going on? John, how you doing, man? Is it busy? The best answer I say to people is watch the live streams, different streamers, and make that decision yourself, you know, because I'm going to tell you, it's been less busy than it has been in years past, but it's also not dead. So this truck got a green light, but he's not going. I don't want to walk in front of him. Well, we'll walk down that way and see. I don't know if we have access to that or not. Oh, he's making a turn, that's why. There he goes. Now, I remember the first year, it was cold, kind of weather like this, and it affected the performance of the F1 vehicles a little bit. They had to do some fine tuning. Do I like F1 being in Vegas? I'm I kind of don't care either way, right? I like it because it is a pretty neat thing to see. The strip looks beautiful at night, lit up with the F1 stuff. But the downsides, like the increased traffic, the road blockages, closures, the Bellagio fountains being shut down, sidewalk, not the fountains. That, to me, is kind of the pain in the ass that I don't like. That hotel right there, that is the Alara, that is the Hilton Grand Vacations. That's a beautiful building. Some great views in there too. Right here, this is the Marriott. To my right, yeah, I believe, isn't that the Marriott Marriott Vacations? It's a it's like a timeshare place. I heard it's really nice in there. I've never been. And then a little bit further down on our right is MGM Signature Towers. So, I mean, there's pluses and minuses to the F1. It's not as bad as some people make it out to be. And it is a hassle. I'll tell you what, at like 3:30 in the afternoon, 4 o'clock when I'm trying to get out of work and I'm being affected by the F1 traffic, I really don't like it. When I'm out here live streaming, doing things like that, it one way or the other, it doesn't really bother me that much. For some people, Paul, yes, it does. So let's take a little look, right? So right now we're actually standing in the track area, and it's starting to rain. That's great too. So we're going to be walking in the rain. Hopefully it doesn't downpour and I get soaked, right? But that's the actual where the cars will be going down. Jennifer, welcome in, welcome in. So right across here is the Hilton Grand Vacations grandstands. They got a pretty nice view there. There's the carriage house. I mean, if it's your first time coming to Vegas, I would probably come when F1 is not here. I would definitely suggest that to people. There's the signature towers for MGM right there. Yeah, some employees, yeah, some properties do give all the employees parking at all their properties. Other ones you have to park in the employee parking lot, whether you're on shift or not. So if there's an employee parking lot, say, that is where you have to park. You just can't park with the general public. So this is the bridge that goes over Harmon and takes you down to Paris and to the Planet Hollywood parking garage. That's a good little shortcut sometimes when the traffic is backed up pretty bad. It runs right next to the monorail. Now you'll see this black tarp. I showed this to you guys the other day. You can kind of see through it when there's light shining on the backside, but it does obstruct your view. I mean, you can see the cars come past, but they go by so fast, and they are really no higher than these concrete barriers. So, I don't know, you can see the raindrops falling. Vegas live stream in the rain. John, definitely, man. Just got a lightning alert for Vegas. Fantastic. And I'm walking under all these aluminum beams. I should probably turn around, maybe go back. I don't know. Kind of like walking in the rain too. Test my luck. I tell we'll gamble today. Jimmy walking underneath the steel beams in a lightning storm. Yeah, they'll block this view off. Like this fence right here, this black fence, they drop down these black tarps at the top. So you, unless you're like 6.5 feet tall, you can't really get a good view of the track areas. But if you have your phone up on a gimbal or something like this, you can kind of see it. Yeah, we can see the wind really picking up here. This is another bridge. This is, I think this one goes back towards like Top Golf. The lightning's down by the airport. We're really not that far from the airport. We're like maybe a mile from the entrance to the airport. Well, Tropicana. But I probably will have to take you guys off the gimbal because I don't think that's waterproof. My phone's pretty waterproof. It's pretty watertight. So that's all right. Now, if I was one of these workers out here working, I'd be like, yo, it's raining, boss. I can't work. But I can live stream in the rain. I have not been to this intersection in quite a while because of how messed up it is. So this is Koval and Harmon right here. So you have to, if you're on Koval, you have to make a right or a left. And I don't believe there's any pedestrian access down this way either. So that's the paddock, that's the grandstands, that's F1 Grand Plaza over there. Hard Rock's gonna open sometime, I'm gonna say early 2027. They keep changing the date late. So this is about as far as we can walk on the circuit here. Otherwise, we'd have to walk all the way down to Paradise, which is where the Virgin Hotel is, and up and around down Flamingo, which is kind of out of the way. So let's start heading back to the Strip, and we can catch some of the Vegas rain on the Strip. Grammy, what's going on? Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for whoever has subscribed, joining our community, the Neon City Chatters. Oh, I'm sure because of all the crane work and stuff. Definitely not going to see them put any windows in today, that's for sure. Mr. Hawaiian Air, welcome in. There's the Top Golf on this side. Whew. All right, it's starting to come down a little bit here. So what do we want to do here? Yeah, I think the rain's coming this way. All right, I gotta take you guys off. Seek shelter for me, right? Yeah. All right, I gotta take you guys off the gimbal and put the gimbal away. So give me a second here. All right, do you think we should try to race over to the Hard Rock? It's really not that far. Or just hang out underneath the bridge. Yeah, the rain really did pick up fast. Yeah, we got quite the rain. I don't think I really want to test the how fast I can run to the Planet Hollywood. Sheesh. Good thing we got underneath the bridge here. You know what, let's go for it. I can't stand around, not when I'm supposed to be walking. So, let's walk in the rain. Just pretend that we got caught in the rain. You got nothing right now? Them girls are having fun taking selfies in the Vegas rain. That's funny because I'm up in the Northwest, up around Centennial, not too far from Centennial, and we had a lot of rain this morning. Yeah, maybe we could head up towards the link. I don't know if we'll catch the flooding or not, because back there traditionally I have such horrible reception on the on TikTok. I should be getting a lot more likes for walking in the rain with you guys. So this is fun. I actually don't mind walking in the rain. Yes, the things I do for you guys. You can see the roads are starting to get really backed up. That's what sucks out here, is the drainage is horrible. Oh, it's like a river. Nice. Straight through the river, guys. All right, cold feet. Whew, I'm gonna need some extra coffee later. You can barely see the strip with the clouds and stuff. I should definitely change the title to this to Vegas Day Walk. We got rain. We got the fence falling over here. I hope that don't fall on me. Or actually, maybe I did. Oh shit. Alright, this is about 3 inches deep here. Great. So they got these things. Alright, here we go. Through the nasty ass water. Alright, here we go. I was just saying I needed to clean these sneakers anyway, so. I need to go get one of them canoes off the tree behind Aria and Vidara. That's what I need. Yeah, it is miserable to have wet feet. That's like one of the worst feelings in the world. You know what? Maybe, I don't know if you guys were on last night, but I was saying the Dodgers fans were saying things like, you wear socks in the shower. Maybe it's because wet socks are miserable. Oh yeah, another nice big puddle we're gonna have to walk through. Thank God my truck that doesn't have air conditioning has heat. Thank God for that. Look how fast the water. See if I can wipe this off for a second. It's a little bit clearer. Wipe a little bit of the rain off the lens. Fun stuff. Yes, very long lights in Vegas. That's why people run lights out here, I think. They don't want to get stuck in the freaking traffic of the lights. And there's some lights out here that are like freaking 5 minutes long. I'm about to just say run across. So you guys know what I'm going to do when I get home. I'm going to go home. I'm going to take a hot shower, get into my bed, and snuggle with my dogs for about an hour. And then start decorating for Christmas. Where's the F1? We're standing on the F1 circuit in a flood right now, trying to get back to the strip. Well, you know what? The cold weather, this is like, it's 58 and raining in Vegas. So, oh, when? All right, it's hard to see. Sorry, guys. It's hard to read the chat on my device here because I got raindrops all over it. It starts Thursday. It's the 20th to the 22nd. Big Daddy, I don't think it'll rain out. I think they will still... They have wet tires and they have like all kinds of track precautions. I actually looked that up and it said that it's a very, very slim chance that an F1 event would get rained out. If anything, they would probably just hold it the next night, you know? Yes, my dogs are like snuggle bugs, man. Oh, Big Daddy Rack. Okay, I see it now. Nice, nice. Welcome in, Teddy. Enjoy the rain. Tiff, I just had to walk through like 3 inches of water to get across the street. My feet are soaked. The things I do for you guys. I took you guys off the gimbal. That's why it's really shaky, because my phone is pretty much waterproof, but my gimbal definitely is not. Yeah, but this is fun, Sean. This is fun. Hey, I know what 3 inches is, Teddy, all right? Kristen, what's going on? Whew. So there looks like the rain's letting up a little bit. I kind of have this theory, right, that like, you know, if you get caught in a rainstorm and you're already getting wet, you might as well just keep walking, because I don't think you can get more wet, right? Tony, what's going on? It's like when I know I'm going to be late for work, I don't rush. I stop, I get coffee, a donut, you know, I got 4 hours. I get half a point for up to 4 hours, so you know what? I'm going to make that half a point count. I'm not rushing. Not going to be more late. Let's make sure I'm there by 11. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I already started getting wet in the rain. I might as well just keep walking. I mean, when it was downpouring, yeah. Just stop for a second, but... Whew. Imagine that, the escalators aren't working too. Yeah, I'm pretty wet. My feet are soaked. My feet are definitely soaked. My pants are pretty soaked. My jacket, yes. It's almost like I went fully dressed and got in the shower. Exactly, KB. Good day to be a duck. Let it just roll right off you. Whew. It's the moist one. How many people, so many people hate the word moist. How do y'all feel about the word moist? What else can we do in Vegas? So one of the fun things to do in Vegas when it's raining is there's actually a rainstorm in Planet Hollywood in the Miracle Mile shops. You can go check that out. As long as you're dry, you're not going to get wet there. Whew. Go sit down at your favorite machine and try not to gamble away your next mortgage payment. Glitter and coffee triggers your dirty mind. Has experienced a slowdown like the rest of the world that definitely not dying. Dying means that nobody's coming here. But when, you know, you're talking about 300,000 less people, 400,000 less people per month, that's really not a huge thing, because we're not going to be dipping into any lows as tourism go. We'll be pretty much going into a more, oh, this is closed. So we're going to be forced over. That was just open. I just went up that at the start of the live, I thought. So Vegas will recover. It's going to take a while. You know, the economies, it happens. It's cylindrical. It's happened before. It's come out, you know. Some people can't walk straight. Some people walk on a diagonal. Your family's coming in for the holidays. Nice. Where are you guys going to be staying? So we might as well walk through and walk around to Bellagio, because I'm going to be walking back up the strip, because I am going to be heading out soon. I did not anticipate being caught in a rainstorm. I thought, well, maybe it'll rain or it'll drizzle. I didn't know it was going to open up like that. T. Michelle, what's going on? I wish this place was open already. That would be nice. This is the new coffee shop. Yeah, it was raining sideways. It was pretty brutal there for a couple minutes. Woo. I'm gonna wipe off the lens real quick. Oh, nice, nice. Your family staying with you. Yeah, me and Jay couldn't have family stay with us. They don't really like us, and we don't really like them. So, Enchant Speedway. Guess that's a little F1 pop-up store. So we're gonna walk around towards Bellagio now. So we're going to be pretty dry for the next, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. Could probably even do a walk through the conservatory. Yeah, breakfast at Tiffany's. Tiffany Michelle is T. Michelle on TikTok. So this is the food court in here. This is block 16. They got some pretty good food in there. Yes, the statue is back. Oh man. Wet, soggy feet. Gotta love it. There it is, Teddy. I can't believe I walked down this hallway for like weeks and this thing wasn't here and I didn't notice. I guess you become like blind to certain things, right? You gotta rub the butt. You gotta rub the butt for good luck. Some people have been rubbing other parts of the statue too. I'm not gonna say which parts, but let's just say that statue's been having a good time. It's art, man. It's art. Oh, check it out. We got the F1 pop up here. That's a nice car. Oh, they changed the art too. This is all F1 stuff up here. Used to be Marilyn Monroe over here. That would look cool sitting over your sofa. Yeah, this is pretty cool that they got all this stuff up here now. Now, you know, Cosmo is not doing the ice skating rink this year. As a matter of fact, I heard, I cannot verify it, and I don't really like to spread rumors, but this one's kind of important, and kind of sounds like it may be true. That Cosmo is no longer going to do the ice skating rink, that it is selling all their ice skating equipment, the skates, all that stuff. And as long as F1's in town, they're going to put F1 grandstands up in the Boulevard Pool area and have a viewing area. Now, I'm sure that's going to be a really awesome viewing area because it's right there on a pretty tight turn. But I kind of really don't like that they got rid of the ice skating. Can I pet the dog? Now, depending which dog I had with me, it would be 3 no's and a yes. Oh, you saw an actual auction prices. Got some helmets going in. I should snatch that up and run if my feet weren't so wet. They're having an auction for the skating stuff, Murakami. So then it's true. Because I just heard about it, not yesterday, the night before. Yeah, Fountain Blue actually, I'm going to tell you what, the Fountain Blue ice skating rink is really fun. There's like 2 or 3 rinks, pools that they turn into the rinks. And it is really fun. There's a lot of areas up. They have fire pits. They have a couple bar areas that are open. Really cool, really fun time. Now, last year we went, they were doing some sort of special. If you sign up for a players club, you got to go for free or something like that. This year, I'm not sure what they're doing. I got to kind of look into it. Well, because we used to do, we'd come up on the strip on Thanksgiving and go ice skating at Cosmo. Where do you even find the auction site for the Cosmo stuff? Where do you find this stuff, Murakami? You're like I said to you before, you're better than Snopes and all the fact-checking sites. You find all the information out. Should be a private investigator or something. All right, I think it's pretty dry in here, so we may be able to set up the gimbal again. Twitter, see, I don't really go on there that much, ever. All right, you guys might go for a little ride here. There we go, click it onto the gimbal. Let's see if it, hopefully it didn't get all wet. All right. Hopefully that rain didn't catch me. Hopefully that rain didn't get me in trouble with the gimbal here. I mean, the ice, they have little like Zambolis. You can like snow on the ice, like stop real fast. Yeah, I think that they are real ice. I mean, I knew a guy back in Philadelphia who lived in the suburbs who put an ice skating rink in his backyard every year, and that was real ice. Oh, I know, D. Edwards. But I got caught in the rain, and my phone's waterproof, but my gimbal isn't, and so I didn't want to damage my gimbal any more than it already is. So I apologize for the shakiness of no gimbal. Yeah, I think like in Philly, it doesn't stay below freezing. It's just 40s and the 50s in the winter time, you know. So they do have, I guess they use like ammonia and other chemicals to keep it frozen. I don't know the specifics of it, but well, Tiff, we charge it whenever it's parked at home. I have to put a level 2 charger into my garage, and that'll save us some charging time. It really depends on how much you drive and how you drive. Like if you accelerate and drive really fast, you're going to use more energy than if you like stay around the speed limit. But it's really hard to stay around the speed limit because they are really fun to drive. But it definitely, I mean, I save about 300 hours between two and 300 hours a month between charging cost and what it cost me when I had the Prius. If you think about it, you know, if I do a full charge, last night we did a full charge from like 40% to 80% because you only charge to 80%. And it cost me like $4 or something. And I'll be able to go probably around 200 miles on that until it gets down below 20%. $35, way too cold for me. Now, I think that there's also still an ice skating rink out where Fiesta used to be off of Rancho. I think they have the Pepsi Ice Arena. I think that's like an indoor ice skating rink. I think that's still around. Yeah, I just need to, I can put the charger in myself. I know how to do it. I just need to have the time. I got to shut the panel off, run the wires, drill through the wall in the garage, and set it up. It's just like running like a 240 outlet for like a washer dryer. So this is something that you can do to stay out of the rain, right? If you're close to the Bellagio. Now you can, if you're down at Park MGM, you can also make your way up to the Bellagio without getting wet, really. So oh yes, we forgot about that one. Yes, it's called Enchant. Enchant is like a Christmas village or a holiday village, winter village out by the downtown Summerlin at the Las Vegas ballpark where the Las Vegas Aviators play. That is really cool. I'm not sure how much that costs, but that has ice skating. It has like a bunch of stuff, wintery stuff to do in there. It's fun. One of my kids worked there for about 2 weeks a couple years ago, and then they got a different job. Kareem, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. What city, KB Queen? So, downtown Summerlin is like 20 minutes from the Las Vegas Strip. It's really not that bad to get out there. Maybe 25 minutes. Kareem, you're telling me, man, we got caught out in that rain. We were actually walking the F1 circuit, walking down Harmon when the skies opened up on us. And I am soaking wet. I am drenched head to toe. And yeah, so this is here new now. This is the first time that they've done this. You see that gold box right there? That is a mailbox to the North Pole. You can mail your letters to Santa here. It's the first time that they had that in the displays. Yeah, it's getting to be time for a coffee. Just to warm up. I might actually get a hot chocolate, to be honest with you. All right, well, maybe half hot chocolate, half coffee.
Let's see if we can manage. I don't know if we can manage one.
Trying to get around in here. So the gingerbread house, we read the placard last night. That's 25 feet tall to the top of the gingerbread house. And when we came by here earlier today, when we were on TikTok, there was people actually eating inside. If there's nobody eating inside, I'll give you a peek inside. And there's people still eating in there, so I don't really want to disturb them. So, yeah, I know, right? The Cowboys. I've seen so many people wearing Cowboys gear today. It's like, dude, like, take it off. The game was last night. I know you're still wearing that outfit from yesterday. Are you that proud that you beat the Raiders? Listen, I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, so I'll take every opportunity I can to make fun of Dallas Cowboy fans. You know what it is? They're going to all do their superstition. They're like, the last time I wore this jersey, they won. I'm not taking it off until they lose. All right, well, I guess you're going to take it off next Sunday. So the train is back working. The train was not working this morning. This train goes around the base of the tree. You're from Philly too? Awesome, Kareem. Yeah, I'm from Philly. I moved out here about 5.5 years ago. Yeah, their whole wardrobe is Cowboys gear. I don't know. The only thing I wear consistently that is like kind of Eaglesy is, you know, an occasional Eagles hat or my green New Balance right here. You know, because they're the Eagles color. They're the championship sneakers, by the way. So here, we can see this now. All the trees are real, man. All the trees are real. So that's the camera that's on that train I just showed you. It goes around, shows you the D-Link, there we go. We actually do have a lot of Cowboy fans that in here. Listen, I'm like this about sports, right? Like, keep it fun and, you know, break each other's balls a little bit. Keep it fun and respectful, right? and it's all good. You know, you're good. You're good. There's no, you know, no reason to hate, because I tell you what, man, like those players on the field, they don't give a rat's ass about us. So, you know, why am I going to get into like a serious argument with somebody over your football team? I'll break your stones because they lost or they can't beat my team, and I expect you to do the same to me. And let's laugh and have fun and enjoy the football game or baseball games. But these people that take it to a level where I want to actually physically fight you, I don't know. Because you know what? The Eagles get beat by the Cowboys, they're going out to dinner in the off-season, some of them players. They're friends. No, the bells do not ring up top. No, they don't. They did a great job. So it takes them a year or more to design, and set up, you know. They build all this stuff. Like this nutcracker that's right in front of us. His pants are actually made of roses. Red roses, white roses. His jacket, they're all roses. Oh yeah, you gotta love your sports, you know? I mean, it's fun. Now this, I think, is probably the neatest part of the attraction. I think it's really, really, really cool. So those puffs of smoke that come out of the locomotive's engine, the stack there, they are made of flowers. So they're actually flowers that they hung from the ceiling to make it look like a smoke, steam is coming out of the engine. Yes, good fun banner, and that's what we're all about in here, right? We kind of expect it in here. I expect it from you guys in the chat. Our community is great. The Neon City Chatters is what we call you guys, and that name was picked by you guys, right? A couple people put suggestions in about what we should name our community, and we did a poll here on YouTube, and more people voted for the Neon City Chatters, and the little tagline that goes along with that is, me and Jay walk and you guys talk, right? And we like to be really focused with the community, you guys, and you can walk actually through the train. And, you know, me and Jay walk, you guys talk, you guys keep things going. We love when you guys interact with each other, when you guys are giving each other advice. Jay, what's going on, buddy? You know, there's nothing better as a creator, as a live stream host, when I see that you guys in the chat are having your own conversations about Vegas or football or baseball or whatever it is. You guys, we have some really good, fun, interesting chats that go on in here. It is a great way. When the Cowboys win, TV sales bubble. Yeah, that's because I love watching those videos of people smashing their TVs and stuff. That is hilarious. So I did see this last night. These whistles over here. These whistles over here, they actually have steam that come out of them. James, we were here early this morning, not quite as early as we normally are, and 6 a.m. until 8 is probably one of the best times to come. But anytime after, like, say, midnight to 8 a.m. is a great time. And it looks different during the day than it does at night, because at night they have the lighting in here, and it does give it a different, like, glow. But yeah, we try to keep things positive in here, and really the only rules that we really like to have are no politics, no religion, you know, keep it respectful and fun, good Vegas vibes, you know. Now normally there's fountains that are in here in the pond. I don't know why they're off. maybe, I don't, maintenance, I don't know. Now sometimes, and I have to be honest, sometimes because of the conversations that come up about Vegas and tourism, sometimes politics do intersect with that a little bit. But we do keep it kind of more on the lighter side. We don't get into anything that's not directly related to Las Vegas. So, you know, if you're going to come in here and say that a certain politician is the worst and offer nothing else, I'm probably going to put you in a timeout, a little mute or something like that. So let's see what we can get here. We're going to grab something here. Hello. Can we do like a half hot chocolate, half coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
You want any?
Sure, I'll take whipped cream. See if we can get the prices. The prices aren't that bad. They do have little shots that you can sweeten it up with, but I don't drink, so that's not an option. Oh, they got little cookies too. Maybe me and Jay will come here for a date night.
Do you think you may need to add any cream or sugar?
No.
I'm going to go ahead and put this on. They're
Yeah.
really hard to get off.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
That's for you. I got your little candy.
Oh, nice. Little candy.
Straw, I don't know.
Thank you.
Okay. And let's see, where are you? There you are. It's $7.59, and just choose any option, and you can slide your card out.
What time are you guys open till?
We're till 8.
Till 8.
So we open
Okay.
at 9 in the morning and we close at 8.
Okay, that's perfect. Perfect.
And should be every day till like right after New Year's.
Right, yeah. Because it closes on the 3rd anyway, right? So, yeah. So we come. I live stream and do stuff, so I come in here all the time. So it's always, if I'm here, grab a coffee, easy, you know. So, all right, thank you.
We'll see you again.
Alrighty. Yeah, half hot chocolate, half coffee. Delicious combination. Well, when we were here last night, it was closed. It's not a huge cup, but I'm sure that's, you know, it's a good size cup. All right, we got to head over towards Caesars now. I'm up that way, so. Yeah, she was very polite. The people that work in the Bellagio are some of the nicest people. Always helpful. And they do a great job keeping this place clean too. So we're gonna just take a little walk through. Uh-oh, the gimbal's acting up a little bit. The Cosmo balcony room is you get a much better view from the Cosmo balcony rooms than you do from the Paris balcony rooms. Let's take a walk over by the restaurant row here. And plus with the Paris balcony rooms, the lower rooms, you don't get that great of a fountain view. You have to be up higher. So the Paris or Cosmo balcony rooms, you know, obviously if you're up higher, it's a better view. But if you're like in the mid floors, like in the 30s, that's like the perfect angle and perfect sight line for the fountains and all. J2, yes, right? Now I don't have to worry about, like, you know, my stream getting cut midstream because I accidentally had a slot machine come into view. Now, last night when we finished our live stream, we walked into Treasure Island and the power went out. I took a real quick video. I posted it on YouTube. I posted it on TikTok. And immediately, within seconds, I got a notification that my video on TikTok was restricted for gambling. And I'm like, these are slot machines that aren't working. So I had to appeal it. I think I had to appeal it twice, because now TikTok has this Go program, which they force you into, and it adds another layer of restrictions. Well, what I've been trying to do is do a little bit on TikTok, about an hour or so on TikTok, and then I come on here and I try to do, 2 or 3 hours on YouTube. Now, today, why can't we? Because TikTok has tons and tons of restrictions. This is Lago. This is like beautiful in there. Beautiful in there. TikTok has so many restrictions, right? You can't say certain words. You can't show certain things. Slot machines, gambling, things like that. But if you're ever on TikTok Shop, you're going to see girls that are trying to sell lift-up bras, and you're basically seeing everything but the nip. But that's allowed. But adults being adults is not allowed. So, yeah. So I really do enjoy TikTok. The chats and live streaming on TikTok is really fun. It's really fun on here also. We have a lot of crossover people, and that's great. So, but we're trying to build and gain some momentum here on YouTube. Trying to get as many subscribers as we can, trying to, I'm starting to learn how to do longer form content, because TikTok, everything's like a minute or less or so. News update, still raining in Vegas. Great. So, here's how you get down to Carbone, Riviera, and Prime. Guess this is some fancy walkway over here. Watch, I'm going to get yelled at probably. Let's see. Yes, it looks like it is still raining pretty hard out there. All right, here's a little secret, right? You guys are going to find out on the live stream here. This is a great view for the fountain show. If you come right here, and you can watch the fountain show, it is a great view. You can't go outside though, but you can go right up to the window and get some good footage. It looks like it's raining pretty hard out there too. So yeah, I mean, we're trying to get as many subscribers. We're trying to, it's just locked. Those doors are locked. All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. That's awesome that we're coming up in the searches and things like that. Thank you guys who all just subscribed. I really appreciate it. Welcome into the Neon City Chatters chat group here, our community. Like I said, like if you guys ever are like, hey, can you show this or show that? If we're right by it, most of the time I'll take a walk over and show it. I think having the chat and the community really kind of drive our live streams. Really make it fun for us, because I've learned things through you guys that I didn't know. Somebody will be like, oh, if you go down that hallway right there, go check that out. And I'll walk down, and it's a view I've never seen. You know, and that's kind of what we really were looking to do when we started our channel over on TikTok, was just show the volcano. The Mirage was shutting down. We've only been live streaming, doing content since July of last year, and the volcano was a big part of me and Jay's life. We had access to go live, so we went over, and we were doing some live streams of the volcano, and it kind of just grew from there. You know, so the music part. So basically what you do is, you know, you really don't want that much music, but it's impossible to do in real life streaming without, and this is another good spot too, but this gets pretty packed, without running into some copyright issues. So what you do is, after this live stream, I will sign off the live stream, and then I will change the setting to private or unlisted, and YouTube will process it, and then it'll say if there's any live stream, any copyright issues, and you edit them out. And then YouTube will say, okay, there's no copyright issues, and then you make it public again. You want to try to keep it as many, but yes, it does affect your monetization if you have copyright issues. So I'll get credit. So we're not monetized, and so right now I get to keep the hours, the watch time hours, and things like that. I'll be able to keep those. But once we monetize, I could lose the opportunity to monetize the channel, right? So when I make a replay, it's going to say, you know, I won't get any ad revenue from that. So you got to be a little bit more careful when you're monetized than when you're not. So there's a lot of little things with YouTube that, but I'll tell you what, overall it's much better as a streamer than TikTok is. TikTok doesn't pay you anything, right? Like the gifts that you get, they take about 60, almost 60%, right? Your views for your videos, they the views on your videos, I mean, they're paying you like 30, right now they're paying like 36 cents per 1,000 views. So you're really not making anything. On YouTube, you're getting ad revenue, and you know, you don't have to rely as heavily on your chat to give you gifts and make money. And I like that, because you know what? There's a lot of people that right now economically can't give a gift or anything like that, and maybe them watching my live streams is an escape or a vacation that they can't afford to take this year. And that, you know, they shouldn't feel like, oh, I need to, you know, send a gift to this guy or something like that. When you're on YouTube, you know, I can make money off the replay off my live from the ad that pops up before you watch it. So I like that a lot better. My phone is, my gimbal isn't, but it's a short little walk over into Caesars, and then I'm gonna probably just log off, because I'm like freezing right now too. Plus, there's so many restrictions over on TikTok that, you know, you really can't, you know, you make a good video and there's some beer or alcohol or something in it, a slot machine in the background, and they go, oh, you can't earn money on this video. Oh, are we going to the link? Should we go to the link? I hate to walk all the way over to the link and not have a signal over there, but we're not that far. I guess we could do that. You know, and that's the other thing. Like, you know, I think eventually, you know, we'll get monetized. We can have super chats, and then if people feel like they want to show appreciation and give something, that's great. We don't ever expect any of that stuff. Just give me a second to think about this. No hell, no hell. There's no hell yet. Hell no, there's no hell. Yeah, I think I am gonna just go home because I'm gonna tell you, like, my feet are soaked, and that's like making it kind of miserable for me. So I don't know. And plus, I know from the past, going back by the link there, you lose the signal. So I'd hate to walk an extra all the way over there and lose that signal. Now, if I knew we definitely had 100% signal, I would probably be like, no, bro, I live in Vegas, man. It rains hardly ever, except today. And usually in Vegas you get like the monsoon rains, right? It rains heavy for 15 minutes and then it's done. Yeah, I don't want to get sick. This is like prime sick season. Yeah, we're getting that California atmospheric river or something like that, I think they call it. There's all these new I know, I wish I had umbrellas right now. You know, I should go out and I should go online. I should go on Temu and buy like 1,000 umbrellas for like $10 and just have them in my truck for if it rains out here. I think it's called an atmospheric river. I don't know. I'm learning all these new West Coast weather terms since I've lived out here the past 5 years. We got some rain in Indianapolis. We got rain in Vegas, rain in, I think, Tucson, someone said earlier. All up and down the coast of California. It's a pretty rainy West Coast right now. No, I don't think that we even own an umbrella anymore, J2. I gotta check. I definitely should have an umbrella in my truck or in the back of the car for a day like this. That would have made all the difference. I'm gonna get home and Jay's gonna be like, what is wrong with you? Yes, we need that Vegas sunshine, man. It's only a couple more months of like coldness. You know, once you know, February, March rolls around, it starts to warm up. It warms up quick. You guys know that. By next summer, we're all going to be saying, I hate this 1010 freaking 115 temperature. I wish it was cooler. You know, it's going to be so hot in the summertime that we're going to be like wishing for some of this cold, rainy days. You know, it's you know how it goes. come January, mid-January, you're wishing for the hot summer days, and then come August, you're like, give me the cold winter days. So Paul, on the Neon City Walker channel, 110 is actually 1010 because I'll tell you guys the story before we sign off here. Over the summertime, I did a long day stream on TikTok, and I was exhausted. Like I was out for a while. And then me and Jay went out that night, and we're walking on the strip, and we were talking about the temperatures. And I said, well, when it's like 109, 1010, you know, it can get really blah, blah, blah. And people start, you know, Jay looked at me, he's like, what did you say? And I repeated it. I said 109, 1010. She goes, 1010. And I was like, oh. So now it's just an ongoing joke on our page about 1010 being the temperature out here. Yeah, in the 90s is beautiful weather out here. And it's always fun to see Vegas in the rain. So definitely going to have to go in and change the title to this. Vegas in the rain. You know, and but I am outside of Caesars. I am going to sign off now. I don't think that we'll be out again tonight, but we will be out tomorrow morning. I'm not going to oversleep tomorrow. 1010, James got it. And I'm not going to oversleep tomorrow, so I'm going to try to get out around 7 o'clock in the morning and start doing our live streams then. And I will probably be up here for the bulk of the day because I am going to be meeting one of our friends from on here later in the day. I believe at Aria. So thank you guys for joining in. And I am going to go home and decorate and dry off, snuggle with the dogs. So you guys have a great day. I appreciate each and every one of you.